Agent Second Class Shadow Hawkins reporting, Chief. I'm in. No sign of intruder. Search plan Delta Delta 2. Jules, how did you...
I took the elevator.
Stay sharp, you two.
She's planning something big this time. I can feel it.
Carmen Sandiego? Big deal. I'll catch that Acme trader and be home in time for dinner.
Don't underestimate her, Hawkins.
I'll say. She was the best partner I ever worked with.
Huh?
What was that?
10 o'clock! Red hat! Look out!
Why, Jules Argent. How nice to see you again.
Carmen, it's not too late to turn yourself in. You were the best agent we ever had.
Jules, I never thought I'd see my old partner resort to flattery.
You two were partners?
I know you, and you're no simple criminal. Why are you doing this?
Oh, you're right there, Jules. There's nothing simple about me at all.
Gotcha!
Catch me if you can, Acme agents.
Okay, Agent. Be sure to type in your name or select it from the list. Then click on the start button to get going.
She's getting away! Oh, Chief, I almost had her. Send for backup. She's getting away!
She got away. Now let's see. What was the name of that manuscript she stole?
Something about Marco Polo's travels. What would she want with a book?
Not just any book, Agent. Legend has it that that book contains secrets to great power.
Aha! She's after power. I knew it!
If I know Carmen, there's more to it than that. Hey, what's that?
Looks like she left a clue. Rio de Janeiro. What do you think?
Big place. It's not much of a lead, but it's all we have.
Book your flights, Detective. The world is counting on you. You've got to get that book back. There's no time to lose. We must stop Carmen Sandiego.
All right, let's do it. I always carry the latest technology in my Acme Field Op Tech Vest. It has all the tools we need to get around the world in high-tech style.
I'll keep track of the missions we're on in the journal here in my bag. I like to travel light. But I will carry the Chief Comm here on my shoulder. We can use it to get help from the Chief whenever we're stuck.
Check. Okay, let's go.
Rio de Janeiro. It's been so long since I was last here.
So this is Brazil. You know, I aced the final test on Brazil in the academy. Did you know most Brazilians speak Portuguese?
Actually, more people speak Portuguese here than in the country of Portugal itself.
No kidding. Well, okay, let's get started. Initiating Mission Procedure Delta 4. Step 1. Commence investigation by finding clues.
Just a minute. I know the owner of that bookstore over there. Carmen stole a book on the travels of Marco Polo, so maybe we should talk to him. Yes, this is the bookstore. Let's check out these books, too. We may learn something interesting.
Brazil's history is fascinating. There are some pretty cool historic places to visit, don't you think, Jules?
There are a variety of landscapes in Brazil. I've always been fascinated by the Amazon rainforest. Maybe someday I'll get to see it.
Brazil sure has some pretty spectacular wildlife.
That's right. Carmen's a pretty infamous character all over the world.
No kidding. But I like her hat better than that other guy's.
Good day. It's been a long time since I last saw you. The lady in red is not with you?
We, don't work together anymore. Long story. Not to change the subject, but we're looking for a rare book. The Travels of Marco Polo, Franco-Italian edition.
Ah, Marco Polo, the famous Venetian traveler. The tales of his travels to the Orient had a great influence on European thought. Early editions are quite rare. I have never seen one myself.
Well, have you seen anyone out of the ordinary lately?
Come to think of it, a suspicious character was here. He spoke Portuguese fluently, but I could tell he wasn't from Brazil. He exchanged a book on Portuguese forts for one on Shinto shrines.
I knew it! Portuguese forts, huh? We've got to scan that book he left with you. Give me the clue analyzer, Jules.
Clue analyzer? You mean one of those electronic toys you're so fond of, Hawkins? Why would I have it?
Oh, that's right. They were fixing it for me. The chief told me Henderson would be testing it. I think he's somewhere outside Havana in a sugarcane field. My database can help us figure out how to get there.
Havana? Okay, I'll note that in the journal here in my bag.
Good idea. We can just type in what we need to find in the search area of the database. All right! Now we're on to something. We've definitely intercepted one of Carmen Sandiego's messages.
Shinto Shrine. Your database should point us in the right direction.
This looks like a great place to eat.
There was something very suspicious over at that house. You know, the one that's painted in the colors of the Brazilian flag.
All right, we can use the database to help us figure out where to go.
Iguazu Falls. How would you like to swan dive off of that?
Olá.
She's here, watching us.
Carmen Sandiego? Well, if she's around, she better watch out. I remember statistics that say samba dancing is quite popular here. I think I'd be pretty good at it. I remember statistics that say samba dancing is quite popular here. I think I'd be pretty good at it. I may need to brush up on my Spanish.
Sounds like a good idea. Maybe I can help. Or you could use that handy-dandy translator you carry. Are you sure you know where we are? All I can see are acres of sugarcane.
According to the database, sugar is Cuba's chief export.
Argent, Hawkins, I got the call from headquarters. Here's the device. Now grab it and go. We may be being watched. Me? I'm headed for the ocean. Cuban seashores are incredible. Okay, hasta luego. See you later. And watch out for Carmen Sandiego.
Thanks.
Ah, there it is. The Watson 22 1B Clue Analyzer. It's the best analyzer Acme ever produced.
Okay, Sherlock. Now you've got your Watson. Can we continue with this mission? We've got to find Carmen and get that valuable book back.
Worldwide Data Resource, an electronic database that contains information. Wow! I had no idea Brazil was so big.
5th biggest country in area in the world, with 175 million people.
Rio de Janeiro.
I think you need to work a little on your rhythm, Hawkins. But how about later? Much later. Let's focus on finding clues right now.
Psst, quick, I've got the book the guy gave me. Go ahead, take it. Me? I'm closing up.
He seems scared. I wonder why. Anyway, I'm all set to scan it. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
Look, a bookmark with some sort of strange design, and the fingerprints on it belong to a vial agent. That device actually found something. Amazing.
Of course! That scrap of paper must be a clue. I'll just enter it in my state-of-the-art Acme Digital Clue Storage Device. That's my DCSD for short.
Maybe Carmen gave the Marco Polo book to one of her vial agents to hide. We've got to check everywhere for clues.
If we get really stuck, we can always call the chief for help. Check this out. It says here that Kenya has a population of 27 million people, 2 million of which reside in the capital, Nairobi. What are you reading?
Isak Dinneson's Out of Africa. A great adventure, and no long list of facts. Mombasa. Palm trees, ocean breezes, and excellent Kenyan coffee. But we can't get too relaxed. Carmen might be
Anywhere. You're right. Let's get going. The database says that most Kenyans speak both Swahili and English.
Well, that'll be helpful. Let's check around the town, and I'd also like to figure out what that castle place is, over there behind the town.
We have a special today. Tours of the wonderful Portuguese Fort Jesus. But I must eat fast and cannot leave my store unattended. Would you be so kind as to get me some ugali? Oh, by the way, someone left this on the bus. I have no use for it. Do you want it?
Well, there's some interesting stuff here. I wonder why the page was ripped out. Well, I don't think we need it, but I'll go ahead and make a note of it in my journal.
Why bother? We're chasing Carmen Sandiego, not some legend of a lost treasure. Let's go find some ugali. Maybe the database can help us figure out what ugali is.
Habari.
Pawpaws, mangoes, tomatoes, bananas, passion fruit, potatoes.
Look, they have ugali here. What is it anyway?
It's a thick porridge made from corn flour. Lots of Kenyans eat it. Let's get some for the tour guide. Look! Look over there! That helicopter! Carmen owns a helicopter like that one, I'm sure of it.
Agents Jules, Argent, and Shadow Hawkins. Come in, Chief. We think we spotted Carmen Sandiego's helicopter over Mombasa. She may have been here. Any chance of getting some backup to trace that helicopter?
There are no available Acme agents in the area. It's up to you and Jules. This is exactly the kind of situation I had in mind when I put the two of you together. Carmen Sandiego is no easy catch, Hawkins. Be careful.
We'll be careful, Chief, but we need to find out more about that fort over there. The helicopter lifted off from right behind it. That book we scanned in Rio, it was all about Portuguese forts. Maybe that vial agent was researching this one. I wish they had an exercise room on these planes. I feel like a workout.
I wish they had a hot dog stand. I'm hungry. My calculations tell me that in coming here, our calculations must have been off.
See, Hawkins, gadgets aren't the answer to everything.
Did you know that the equator runs right through Kenya?
You better watch carefully out the window then to see if you can catch a glimpse of it. I hope you know I'm just kidding.
Mombasa is close to the equator. Do I have time for a dip in the Indian Ocean?
Cool idea. After we've caught Carmen.
Okay, many thanks for the food. Now off we go to Fort Jesus. The site chosen for the fort was a coral ridge at the entrance to the harbor. Fort Jesus was built by Portuguese colonists in 1593, and this design on the door is known as the Puzzle of the Three Rings.
This could be promising, but it looks like we need more clues to help us solve it.
I think you're right, Jules, but I feel that we're getting really close.
This canon
You can take the train from here in Mombasa to Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. Carmen and I took the trip once on a trail of a mysterious man who was poaching endangered species. I'll tell you about it sometime, Hawkins.
This must be the clue intended for that vial agent. Too bad, Carmen Sandiego. We got here first.
But what does she mean by the 3 rings? This case is getting complicated. We should remember to check my journal often so we can keep track of things.
Okay, many thanks for the food. Now off we go to Fort Jesus. This design on the door is known as the puzzle of the 3 rings.
The 3 rings! Carmen mentioned that on the clue we found at the station. We could be getting really close to finding out what she did with that Marco Polo book. Looks like we need to move the tiles around to complete the picture. The clues we found can help us figure out which tile goes where.
We did it! Carmen Sandiego's master plan has been thwarted. Are we good or what?
Good enough to find a rare book, maybe. But we didn't get Carmen, yet. If I know her, she's watching our every move. Let's call the chief.
Congratulations, agents, on recovering the book. Excellent work, and...
So sorry to interrupt your congratulations, Chief, but I couldn't resist. Well, Jules, as a matter of fact, I am watching your every move. Not that there's that much to see, really. Enjoy patting yourself on the back for now. You may have got the book, but you haven't got me. And, Hawkins, is it? You don't know the first thing about my master plan. See ya around.
Carmen Sandiego. That woman has given me more headaches than... Now, where was I? Oh, yes. You did a great job, but we've just received word of another theft, and it's got that Carmen Sandiego written all over it. Wellington, New Zealand. A rare wood carving has been stolen from a museum. A ticket to the Bolshoi Ballet was found at the scene of the crime. So pack your bags. You're off to Russia to follow that lead. I'll get that book back to its rightful owner.
Roger that, Chief. I just finished sketching it in my journal. There's quite an interesting design on the cover.
No time for art lessons, Jules. We've got work to do. Woohoo! First successful mission! We rock!
Yeah, you did okay for a rookie. But I'm still wondering why Carmen stole that book.
It was valuable. What other reason did she need?
Carmen's not like that. Something bigger is going on, and my hunch is that we're going to end up right in the middle of it. We need to check my journal often so we can keep track of the big picture.
So this is the famous Red Square I've read so much about.
Actually, the name Red Square comes from the old Russian word krasnaya, which means beautiful. But since krasnaya can also mean red, it came to be called Red Square.
Well, aren't you the scholar? Anyway, we're in Moscow, home of the Bolshoi Ballet. Maybe Carmen Sandiego has stashed that carving somewhere around here. Shouldn't be too hard to find, with me on the case. Rats, it's locked. Rats, it's locked.
Just a little reminder that I'm watching your every move. See you around.
It's Carmen Sandiego! This is it!
It's locked!
She's gonna get away! Quick! After her!
It's too late! She's gone!
No! We almost had her! Chief! We need some backup! Carmen Sandiego's heading north from Red Square, Moscow!
Roger that, Hawkins. All available units are in pursuit. You two check out the area. We have got to find out what she's up to.
Okay, Chief. Jules here. All is under control. We'll get her. I'll make sure of that. At least we know we're getting close. We'll keep looking around here for clues. What a spectacular building! St. Basil's Cathedral was built by Ivan the Terrible about 450 years ago.
Huh. They should call Carmen Sandiego Carmen the Terrible. She seems to love having us chase her all over the world.
Привет.
Do you like that red doll? A woman dressed in red left that doll on my table. Very strange. She said it was for a special customer. Is that you?
Woman in red. Yeah, that's us. Yep, we're special customers. We'll take it.
What's unique about these Matryoshka dolls is that there are smaller dolls nested inside the big one. I'll make a note about this in my journal.
So the woman in red left this. That's gotta be Carmen Sandiego. But I wonder who she intended it for. Any clues, Chief?
Our sensors indicate a high degree of vile activity in the area. Carmen Sandiego may have given the stolen carving to one of her agents to hide.
So this doll could be a clue to her trail. The carving may not even be in Russia.
Carmen Sandiego seems to delight in leaving clues all over. So leave no stone unturned. Chief out.
A key. But to what? Something to do with Carmen and her vile organization, that's for sure.
That must mean you think we ought to hang on to this. I'll put it in my digital clue storage device.
Sometimes I have CDs by famous Russian composers like Tchaikovsky, but I'm all sold out right now. Check back with me later. I may have got some more in.
Whoa! What is this stuff? I think we found a vile getaway car. Whoa! An old newspaper. And get a load of this. I didn't read about this in her dossier. I wonder what she did with all that prize money.
And why she disappeared. Carmen never talked about her childhood.
Check it out! This looks a lot like an Enigma cipher code generator.
Didn't the Germans use the Enigma cipher in World War II to send secret messages?
Yeah, they did until the British cracked the code. This vial model is some sort of password generator. Pretty low-tech compared to my stuff. Still, it looks like we'll need to find the meaning of the words in the center of the dials. We'd better look around and see if we can collect all the words we need.
You're right. A vile password would be quite a find. And this car isn't going anywhere. We've got the key.
I'll put this evidence in the digital clue storage device in my vest.
War and Peace by Tolstoy, one of my favorite Russian authors.
According to my calculations, we should be touching down in 3 hours and 21 minutes. Oh well, we tried.
Yep, now let's try another location.
You're keeping country stamps of where we visited in your journal, right? Now we'll get one for New Zealand. Did you know New Zealand's North Island has a volcanic plateau with active volcanoes? There's about 400 earthquakes a year there.
Yeah, last time I went snowboarding on Mount Ruapehu, we were reading signs on the slopes. What to do if the volcano erupts. Talk about gnarly.
Agent Second Class Level 2 Shadow Hawkins reporting from New Zealand and... P.U. Smells like rotten eggs. That geyser emits some serious sulfur dioxide.
Gee, I thought you'd be used to strong smells. Didn't you grow up on a horse farm? Anyhow, New Zealand is part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, so there's a lot of volcanic activity around here.
Well, this is also the land of the Maori, so we may find some clues here as to where Carmen Sandiego has smuggled that valuable Maori carving. What an awesome wood carving! I wonder who made it.
Probably the Maoris, the earliest inhabitants of New Zealand. Their carvings display one of 4 main styles of heads. You can tell one from the other by the shape around the eyes.
Did the chief mention which type of carving Carmen Sandiego stole?
I don't think she did. Chief?
Agents, the statue stolen by Carmen Sandiego is a karuru. Ruru means owl in the Maori language, and karuru carvings have owl-like staring eyes.
That's something worth noting in my journal. You know, Chief, I just don't get it. Why that particular carving? There were all kinds of other valuable stuff in the museum that she didn't touch.
Jules, you know Carmen Sandiego as well as anyone. She's clever and unpredictable, and her motivations are not always what they appear to be. So be careful.
Fjordland National Park is incredible. It looks like Norway.
You better pack an umbrella, though. Mount Cook is the highest point in New Zealand at over 12,000 feet. The Maori name is Aoraki, which means cloud piercer.
And Sutherland Falls there is the 5th highest waterfall in the world, almost 2,000 feet tall.
The South Island of New Zealand has beautiful national parks and many other attractions. That's Wellington, the capital. We've got to get that carving back to the museum there. It evidently has a special significance to the Maori people, representing one of their ancestors. They would definitely appreciate us getting it back.
Sorry to interrupt the show. How are my 2 dear agents doing? Found out what a karuru is yet? Not too perplexed, I hope. You'll learn, Agent Hawkins, that Julia can get quite frustrated at times, not to mention opinionated. Have fun working together. Oh, and look out for jaguars. Ciao.
She really seems to have it in for you, old Jules. And what did she mean about jaguars? There aren't any in New Zealand.
Not in the wild, no. She must mean some other country. We need to check everywhere for clues. We need to check these signs carefully. Maybe we can find something here that will help us.
One of the words from the cipher in the car trunk. This sentence will help us figure out what it means. I'll put it in the digital clue storage device. How are we doing, Chief?
Good work, agents. You're making real progress in decoding the Enigma cipher. I'm certain it will lead you to the stolen Maori statue. The museum is very anxious for its return, and don't forget to check out Jules' journal so you can keep track of the big picture. Now get moving. You've got work to do. Chief out.
Carmen had some degree or another in botany, the study of plants. She probably hung out around here a lot.
Wow, no snakes in New Zealand, huh? And check out those eggs. We're talking family-sized omelets here. This sentence has a word from the cipher in the car trunk in Russia. I'll keep it in my digital clue storage device. I've worked up an appetite. I vote we head to that resort over there for some famous New Zealand lamb.
Well, since New Zealand was the first country in the world to let women vote, I vote for a cup of tea and some toaroa soup. That's a green clam soup, in case you wondered. You'll love it. Trust me. I hope vial agents don't disguise themselves as sheep. New Zealand has about 18 times as many sheep and cattle as people.
That would be really bad. Well, speaking of steam, the chief's going to get pretty steamed herself if we don't figure out where Carmen Sandiego made off with that carving.
Well, I just keep thinking that there's a reason she's stealing these things that we haven't figured out yet. Look, the initial CS. Do you suppose CS stands for?
I don't know, but I'll bet the Watson analyzer could tell us. We should scan that pen. Stand back.
Look, there's a note inside, and the scanner says it's Carmen all right.
Enigma cipher, volcano country, and what is that weird symbol? Looks kind of like a wheel.
It does remind me of something. That sketch I made in my journal of the Marco Polo book we recovered. That wheel design was on the cover.
You keep wondering about that. What I'm wondering is whether Carmen Sandiego has left New Zealand yet. I keep thinking I see someone over there by the geysers.
I don't know. I don't see anyone. But sometimes I have that creepy feeling we're being watched. I'm starving. How about stopping for Thai curries? Yum. Delicious.
No, ma'am. Too spicy for my young taste buds. Can you get something like hamburgers in Thailand?
Maybe in the Thai capital of Bangkok if you really had to. I'd rather check out the famous floating markets. Although we should head straight to the Buddhist temple where vile activity was detected.
Thailand certainly has some magnificent buildings. Look at that Buddhist temple over there. But do you ever get the feeling you're
being watched? Of course, Hawkins. One of Carmen's vial agents probably followed us here.
Psst, over here. The lady in red said her friends would show up. You must be the ones. She wanted you to read this.
Yeah, we're the friends. Psst, hey, Jules, he must be confused. He thinks we're vial agents. Let's play along. Yeah, we were expecting something from her. It's the page that was ripped out from that book on lost treasures, the one the guide showed us in Kenya.
But why would Vial be interested in this? My instincts tell me it might have something to do with that book about Marco Polo. Curious. This guy won't let us keep the page, but I'll make a note about it in my journal.
Well, I guess we should check your journal often. You said it will help us keep track of the big picture.
So, you read the page? Did you bring me the nutcracker?
Huh? What's this guy talking about?
Well, either he has some nuts to crack or he's looking for ballet music. Check out your database and see what you can find out about the nutcracker. I'll make a note in the journal in my bag.
I'm back in the USSR, biggest country in the world.
Yeah, but they don't call it the USSR anymore. Now it's the Russian Federation. All right, let's keep our eyes open. Things may have changed. We need to make sure we've checked everywhere for clues to Carmen's trail.
Roger. Carmen Sandiego's at large. Maori wood carving missing. Initiating search procedure Alpha 4B, Moscow. Do you have a CD of Tchaikovsky's ballet, The Nutcracker?
Da, yes. For you, my friend, 250 rubles. Practically a gift.
We'll take it.
I'm kind of psyched to visit Thailand again.
Think you'll try the curry this time?
Well, not that psyched. Whoa, I'm getting deja vu all over again.
You can say that again.
Whoa, I'm getting...
Never mind. Just be quiet and careful. We brought the Nutcracker.
Good. Then you must want this.
Now, why would a vial agent need this? Pure silk. One of the things Thailand is famous for. And look at these unusual symbols. I wonder what they mean.
Looks like that vial agent took off. It's been kind of weird how we've been mistaken for vial agents ourselves.
No kidding. It makes me wonder. Could that be what Carmen wants? Is she leading us?
Nice clouds. Check it out.
Can't you see I'm meditating?
I don't know about this place.
Me neither. I think we may have taken a wrong turn. Okay, Hawkins. We're headed to Mexico. Do we have time to eat some tortillas? Or does your database have something else in mind?
I'd actually rather explore an Aztec pyramid than eat. Mexico City is built on the site of the ancient Aztec capital, Tenochtitlan. We're to head for a nearby village.
That missing wood carving has got to be very important to Carmen. But why?
Who knows? We'll keep looking. But my razor-sharp instincts tell me there's not much going on here right now. Eh, Jules?
Mid-afternoon? Siesta time in Mexico. Still, we may find something. Let's look around.
This sentence will help us figure out what the word means so we can solve the cipher in the car trunk. I'll keep it in my digital clue storage device.
Look at this ring.
The initials CS. Oh boy, she's been here. We're on the right track.
I remember this ring. It was given to Carmen at a luncheon honoring her work in researching ancient civilizations. It seems strange that she would leave this here by accident. What is she up to?
Hey, Jules, did you know the Aztecs performed human sacrifice from the tops of their pyramids?
Yes, they believed sacrificing people would appease their gods. What are you reading?
Interoffice memos and stuff.
That's right, you always go by the book.
If we find a clue, I'll store it in my vest for safekeeping.
Right, anything could be important for us.
Okay, we've got all the clues. If we figure out the meaning of the words in these sentences, we can bust their code wide open. And that won't please Ms. Carmen Sandiego one little bit.
That's it. That's the password. We're one step closer to getting that Maori wood carving back to the museum.
I'll jot the password down and keep it in my digital clue storage device. Carmen Sandiego is not going to get away this time. Not with me on her trail.
Not bad, rookie. But remember, this isn't like passing some test at the academy. This is for real. And getting Carmen is going to be a lot tougher than you think. That's it. That's the password. We're one step closer. That's it. That's it. That's it. Lenin, the founder of communism in Russia. I remember Carmen talking about visiting his tomb here once. She may be close by, so we need to stay alert.
Another note! You're right about Carmen Sandiego watching us, but what does it mean?
Elephants? Pyramids? She could have taken that carving anywhere. So, can your tummy give the hot sauce another try?
No way! I can't believe I thought that stuff was ketchup. I guess it's pretty popular, though.
It's nice to be back in the States.
What are you talking about?
The United Mexican States. That's the official name for Mexico.
Very interesting. Now let's concentrate on tracking that slippery Carmen Sandiego. The Aztecs and the Mayans were two of the great ancient civilizations of Mexico.
Wait, these symbols look familiar. Remember the scarf we got from the Vile agent in Thailand? This could be a Vile hideout.
What's the password?
The password from the Enigma cipher. Mask.
All right! I knew it all along! There it is! The missing Maori mask!
So this is one of those Maori Kururu carvings. What an incredible piece of work! Notice those two big owl-like eyes.
Yes, evidently they were used to decorate Maori meeting houses. Carmen Sandiego's stooping pretty low, stealing cultural artifacts.
Maybe. But could she be doing it for a completely different reason? You know, there is some good in Carmen. Hey, there's that same wheel-like design we found on the book.
Just a coincidence. Why don't you tell the chief that Hawkins and Argent have done it again?
Nice teamwork, agents. We'll make sure the carving gets returned to the museum in Wellington. Interesting theory on that symbol, Jules. I trust your judgment. Don't underestimate Carmen Sandiego, Hawkins. Always keep your eye on the big picture, especially since she's been at it again.
I knew it. I should have nabbed her in Moscow.
You may still get your chance. This time it's the Institute for Cultural Studies in Lima. She's made off with a rare bundle of Incan quipus. You know, the knotted strings they use to keep records.
That's all she took? Why is she just stealing these certain items?
Who knows? Well, Chief, we'll see you in Peru.
Hold on, Hawkins. Let's not jump to conclusions. Chief, any ideas where we might start?
I was just getting to that. A brochure from the Colosseum in Rome was found at the scene of the crime. Don't know where it might lead you, but you're on your way to Italy.
Rome. Wow. This will be my first time in Italy's capital. Maybe I can see if Italy really is shaped like a boot.
I guess it's not a coincidence that Italians are famous for their shoes.
Agent Second Class Level 2 Shadow Hawkins reporting. Have arrived in the capital city of Rome at 0800 hours. Commencing clue investigation procedure Gamma 4.
You know, you are really funny.
Attention, Jules, Hawkins, important news. The library just called. They're grateful to get their stolen book back, but they want to know what happened to the jewel set in the book's cover. They obviously get a little upset about missing Jules.
Jules? Missing? But she's right here.
Anyhow, Chief, we didn't see a jewel.
Well, you'd better check it out. see if you can pick up any clues while you're there in Rome. Agent Salerno is still undercover working near the Colosseum. Check with her. Oh, and don't forget to check Jules' journal and review what you've discovered so far.
We'll look into it, and don't worry. We're sure to find those quipus and Carmen Sandiego, too. Over and out, Chief.
Attention, agents. We've noted vile activity near the Colosseum.
Italy has produced many famous artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, and Michelangelo.
Hey, Agent Jules Argent. Haven't seen you in a while. Not since Carmen Sandiego flew the coop.
Yeah, well, I needed some time to think, Salerno. But anyway, Carmen's at it again, and I'm personally going to make sure to get her this time. Have you seen any signs of her lately?
Maybe. A woman just bought all of the sheet music to Bizet's opera Carmen. She said it was a present for a friend. Could have been a vile agent. Oh, and the chief said you may need this.
A flashlight? Don't tell me you don't have one. Or is it not high-tech enough for you?
Actually, I prefer to call it a TXQ Delta V12 electron illuminator. And no, I didn't pack everything. Salerno, is there anything else about that lady you said bought the sheet music? It's important.
Well, she also bought the last of my panpipes.
Well, I don't see what that's got to do with anything.
Who knows? Carmen loves music. She posed as a musician once on the Starlight case we worked on. She really got into the part. What do you think, Chief?
I suggest you look up panpipes in the database. It could be a clue as to where Carmen Sandiego's headed. Oh, and be sure to check out the Colosseum if you haven't yet, because we've detected vile activity there. Chief out.
Good idea, Chief. I'll make a note about the panpipes in my journal.
Want to know a cool fact? Check this out. I read that the Colosseum could seat 50,000 people. That's as much as a modern-day baseball stadium.
Well, now I know. Time to explore this location. Check out all the wonderful places to visit in Italy. Look at that statue. When you're in Rome, you're surrounded by over 2,000 years of art and architecture.
All right, a cafe. How about getting some pizza? All this travel makes me hungry.
There's more to Italian food than just pizza. There's lasagna, ossobuco, risotto, or how about a cappuccino?
Sweet! When I catch Carmen Sandiego, I'm going to be one world-famous agent and get me an Italian car. Italian cars and superstar status go hand in hand.
Catch me if you can, Acme agents.
There she is! Get her! Come on! You want her to get away?
Give it up, unless you can fly.
I almost had her this time. Couldn't you have run any faster?
Listen, Hawkins, there's more to catching Carmen than just running faster. It takes brains, too.
The Grand Taj Mahal Hotel. Interesting. And what about that writing?
You know, Carmen and I worked with an expert in ancient alphabets way back when. He's retired now, but he was very helpful. Maybe he can help us again.
So where does he hang out?
Let's just say that it was the birthplace of democracy. Check your database, Socrates.
I'll do that, but at least let's give him a call.
His phone might be bugged. Long story. Chief, we need you to fax this note to that professor of ancient languages Carmen and I worked with. You know the one I mean?
Yes, Jules. I'll see he gets it. You may be right about his phone being bugged. You should go see him in person. Get over there pronto. And be careful. Chief signing off.
My high school sponsored a trip through the Greek islands.
Huh. My high school class took a field trip to the San Dimas Water Reclamation Facility. My old friend Professor Lonsdale moved here from Athens, the Greek capital. He's retired now, but he keeps busy researching ancient alphabets.
Looks like he's not home. Being watched. This island's probably crawling with vile agents. By the way, what's a hoplite?
I'm not sure. Maybe we should look it up in your database. But hurry, Hawkins. Carmen may be just a step ahead of us.
Being watched. This island's probably crawling with vile agents. By the way, what's a hoplite? That pot with the runners probably has something to do with the ancient Olympic Games. The first games were more than 2,700 years ago. Incredible.
Play the sentence backwards. Weird. But if it's from Carmen, we'd better hang on to it.
We're not getting anywhere. We would have had more luck staying back there in Rome.
Have patience, Hawkins. It'll all fit together somehow.
Let's check the clues we found so far so we can figure out where to look next.
We sure are racking up the frequent flyer miles, aren't we?
So what do you think?
Let's head somewhere else.
No clues here this time.
Wow. From way up here, I can really get a sense of Peru's diverse geography.
I know, it's amazing. The rainforest, the high mountains of the Andes, and a coastal desert to boot. But I can't see the capital city of Lima from here. Wow, this is a far cry from Lima, the capital. All this clean, high mountain air is really refreshing. Makes me want to catch a master criminal.
Well, don't let me hold you back.
Hello, my two fine detectives. How are you? Not too much bickering going on, I hope. Jules always was a little difficult to work with, very opinionated. Unlike me, of course. So, are you enjoying our little game? I am. See you around soon. Ciao.
Man, does she always do this stuff? It's beginning to bug me.
Oh, yes. Taunting is the name of the game with Carmen Sandiego. Don't let it get to you.
Lake Titicaca on the border between Peru and Bolivia is famed for its floating islands. The Aymara people live on them.
We took the bus here from Cusco. Did you know that Cusco is the oldest continuously inhabited city in South America?
It's the design again.
Almost looks like a lock. Wonder how we can open it. The Peruvians use llamas for carrying goods, and their wool for making some of the beautiful textiles you see around here.
You know, I've always wanted to see India, especially the capital, New Delhi, and the nearby Taj Mahal. What an amazing country!
I remember my first time there. It was just before Carmen abandoned Acme, and everyone blamed me. Everything seemed to be going so well until then.
India! You know, I thought you'd be a little more excited. What's up?
Just thinking. I've been looking through my sketches of those 2 items that we recovered. A gem may have been missing from the Koruru carving as well. You know, from the center of that wheel design on the forehead. There was some kind of hollow area there. And on the Marco Polo book, too.
Well, that goes along with my theory that Carmen Sandiego's just like any other thief. She can't resist anything that sparkles.
Carmen's not that easy to figure out. She's too smart to waste her time on petty thievery. Whatever she's up to, it's going to be bigger. Way bigger.
Someone liked my medallion so much, they gave me this photograph. Very strange.
Someone tall and dressed in red, maybe? Mind if I look at this with our clue analyzer? It can figure out who and where this came from. I have a hunch it might be a key to finding those quipus. Just what I thought. Carmen Sandiego's fingerprints are all over it. The windmill is located near the Netherlands capital, Amsterdam. Hey, Chief, we found something. But it's not the quipus, unfortunately. Get it? Not the quipus? Quipus are strings with knots? You're not laughing.
Anyway, Jules, I suggest you make a note of all this in your journal. I'll book your flights. We must stop Carmen Sandiego. Chief out.
Time to get out the old, whatchamacallit? Global Transportation Scanner Database thingy-majiggy. We've got a plane to catch.
Hey, this design looks familiar.
This medallion is very popular. Just a few hours ago, a lady bought one. Insisted she needed one. Paid with guilders, too.
Really? I wonder. I think we'd like one too, please. Guilders, huh? You might want to look that one up in your database, Hawkins.
Legend has it that this wheel design guided an explorer to a lost city.
I know, you're thinking this design might have some connection to Carmen Sandiego. But what is the connection? Maybe you ought to scribble that legend down in your journal. And something about those guilders, too.
I like your style, rookie. You're catching on.
This is actually great airline. Well, we're back. I missed this place. It's the design again.
Yeah, and that slot's the same size as the medallion. I wonder.
You were right. This box is a Vial M4C security exchange system. Kind of outdated, but does the job. These panpipes must have been left by Carmen Sandiego.
I think you're right. I seem to remember something about panpipes at that music store in Rome. Could these be a clue as to how to find the stolen quipus? We'll put them in our digital clue storage device before one of our accomplices gets here.
Those mountains out there are the
Well, back in Rome again. Carmen always loved the city. I'm not surprised that her trail has led us here.
Really? Did she have some hideout here or something?
No, it's more that she just loves history and culture. And Rome is loaded with both.
Good luck, you two.
We're flying into the capital city of Amsterdam, right? And then driving out to the country. You know, I've always wondered, what's with all the windmills in the Netherlands countryside?
Didn't you know? They were mostly used for pumping out water from the polders, the land the Dutch reclaimed from the sea. Half of the land is actually below sea level. The Netherlands, land of tulips and windmills, huh? Well, supposedly, Dutch tulip growers produce over 2,000 varieties. But why would anyone want so many tulips?
Well, I have a question for you. What does Carmen want with some ink and knotted strings? Could it be a clue as to what she's up to?
A red rose. Let me guess whose favorite color is red.
But the question is, did Carmen leave this for us or for someone from Vile? Either way, we should find out where Quechuas live.
Now to scan the interior with my electron illuminator.
Please, just call it a flashlight.
Acme agents are fair game for Carmen?
Ah, the first letters of each word are colored.
This has got to be a note from Carmen Sandiego to one of her Vile cronies. But I'll bet there's more to this message than meets the eye. Maybe the database can help with some of the clues.
Hawkins, I think you're starting to understand Carmen's style.
Can't wait to land.
I hope Acme doesn't pay us to stand around. Let's find some clues.
Right. Hey, Jules, want to hear something interesting? When the Spanish colonized Peru, they brought stringed instruments with them like the guitar. The Peruvians adapted it into the charango, like that one on the wall.
Thank you, Mr. Encyclopedia.
Okay, the lock is sound activated, so we need to use the clues to figure out what tune to play. We can always reset if we make a mistake. The quipus! We did it again!
The ancient Incan system for keeping records. Each knot or color had a significance, representing a number or object. The museum will be glad to have them back. But do you see what I see?
I see that Carmen Sandiego's stealing all this stuff and we keep finding it.
Yes, but look at the metal device that all the quipus are attached to.
Wait, let me guess. There's a gem missing from the center. Carmen Sandiego's not really after the items. She's a jewel thief. I can't wait to tell the chief what I've discovered.
Congratulations, agents. You found the quipus. Any luck in tracking down the missing gem?
Not yet. But I have figured out that the book, the carving, and the quipu holder may all be missing a jewel, not to mention the fact that the same symbol has appeared on each one.
You think this has got something to do with Carmen Sandiego's reason for stealing these things? Interesting, Jules, but you don't have enough evidence yet.
No, but my intuition tells me we may soon. That symbol seems linked to the legend of an explorer, a great treasure and a lost city. Sounds like just the kind of thing Carmen can't resist.
Well, this may be something else she can't resist. I'm just getting word from Tokyo of the theft of a rare musical instrument, a moko. It's a gong, shaped like a fish, with the head of a dragon. She may
be watching your every move. Surprise, Chief? It's just too easy to intercept Acme transmissions. Well, Jules, you and Gadget Man have done pretty well considering. I'll have you going in circles this time. I can't wait. See you soon.
I hate it when she does that. We have got to upgrade our software.
Going in circles, huh? I'll show her.
Calm down, Hawkins. You'll overheat your transistors. Chief, can you track that transmission?
I'm already on it. She called from a plaza near the Chateau Frontenac in Quebec. Get your tickets and get going. We must stop Carmen Sandiego.